New York in the 70s, and I was growing up, was a hellhole in a lot of places. I think it could happen again. There were a lot of reasons for it. One was they spent this into the ground. The industry left, including the Brooklyn Navy Yard. The crime went up because millions of black people came from the South. Eleanor Roosevelt brought a bunch of people from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and the jobs dried up. You can almost single handedly blame her, Robert Moses, for a lot of New York's problems. Now, given that Giuliani got the crime down in like a year and a half, says a lot. They didn't want the crime to go down, and they don't want it to go down now. Now, whether they want to pull another real estate swindle where they knock all these, we have abandoned buildings and stuff, and then they get to be gentrified again, I don't know. But you have to remember, 70s, 80s, 90s, the Upper West Side, which is pretty Tony now, was a really dangerous neighborhood. You wouldn't want to live there. Park Slope, where I grew up, had abandoned buildings all over the place. A lot of Chinese people are coming from Beijing and moving into different neighborhoods, but many, many into Park Slope. The houses were like 2 million before COVID. They're paying 4 million cash. 3 generations come from Beijing. Some want 6 million. I don't see it. Seems like the top of the bubble to me. That could be wrong. If I forget his name, Mujani, what have you, the guy who'll probably be the next New York mayor. If he gets his way, and this goes back to De Blasio too, a lot of things he wanted to do. They're going to break up a lot of neighborhoods. The odd thing about these Democrat-run cities, they want the rich and the poor. Maybe because the rich don't mind paying the taxes, and they try to encourage the creative class. Their words. Very strange thing about New York, I've noticed. They give tax breaks to build an office building, and then they encourage corporations to move their headquarters here. And for some reason I don't understand, they've been hiring people based on their wokeness and their liberal Democrat proclivities. So that's what you get flooding in Williamsburg, Gowanus, Parkville, all these places. How it bodes in the future, I don't know, because our 80% of our taxes comes from Wall Street, and they don't have to stay here. There are a lot of cities, even hedge funds are moving to Miami, but we'll see. But if you grew up when I did, you have this nagging feeling in the back of your mind that it could all happen again. It happened very quickly. About 1963, there was the other side of Prospect Park was called Doctors Row. In a few years, it turned into a ghetto. Even where my father grew up, my great grandparents had to sell their brownstone for $1 to get their name off it. So if they wish it to happen, it's going to happen.